Hi, hello, annyeong, it's me again, Leah Matilda, coming at you with a new video, and today is going to be another video where I speak what is basically on my mind. Lately, I have been watching 3 shows where black people are the main protagonists because I wanted to get back at it because I've never really watched an entire show only of black people. Well, no, I have actually. But anyways, I've been watching, Girlfriends. I've watched Blackish, which you probably have heard about, maybe not. And I have watched the spin-off version of Blackish called Grownish, where the oldest daughter of the Johnsons family goes off to college. There's one specific episode in season 1 that I absolutely wanted to talk about because it talks about black women and black men, or just black women in the dating scene. And I think while I was watching this episode, I felt things that I haven't felt before, and I thought I need to talk about this in a video for people to understand what I'm getting at, because this episode was probably for me one of the best episodes of season 1. So buckle up, bitches, because it's going to be time for us to talk about other things on this channel. So let's just get down to business, people, shall we? So it's episode 10 of season 1 called It's Hard Out There for a Pimp. I don't know what a pimp is, but let's just continue. This is one of the rare episodes where the main character, Zoe, is not really the main character, but her parts are kind of side parts. All of her friends, consisting of Naomi, Anna, Jess, and Sky, who are twins, Luca, Vivek, and Aaron, are at this campus party all together, where Zoe's narrative voice talks about people in the dating scene, let it be outside, let it be in the university, or even on dating websites. And you can tell where she's going because she's talking about all these white girls who are always spoken to on these parties, and then there is the black women who are in the corner, not even being talked to because they're at the end of the list. This list I'm going to be talking about a little bit later. I'm just going to tell a little bit the story of this episode and then go back to my kind of point and why I'm even talking about this here. So it starts off with Jess and Sky, the 2 twins, realizing where they're standing in this position and asking their friends who are all together in this group, why is it that black guys stop talking to black women, etc. Where their friends butt in and saying that it's a slow night. Okay. Then one of their friends, Naomi, suggests that they should try to date outside of their race because guys are doing the same, I guess. The 2 twins were obviously very annoyed by it and said, why should they do something like that just to be felt like they were loved or seen by someone? And they asked her, why do black women need to change what we like? If they like black guys, why should they change it just because they don't give them the attention that they deserve? Which I do understand what they mean by that. There's this one guy called Aaron in their group, he's like the activist in the group, who was saying that he only dates a queen. By that he meant black women, okay? One of their other friends called Luca pointed it out so perfectly. He said, you're talking about black women, but your dating girls who rather look Egyptian than Nubian. We kind of saw all the people that Aaron dated that he called a queen who looked like Zendaya. Later on in the episode, we know that it is a specific type because it kind of reminds him of his mother, because his mother is biracial, and maybe that is where his background stands from. Whatever, he's put to the side now with that we talked about. Their other friend called Vivek said that he only loves strong and powerful women, and he said the black woman would be like that. And I thought, my hero. He was literally the hero of the episode for like 5 minutes until he opened his mouth for the 2nd time and said that he liked someone who was dangerous and who could challenge him, who would put him in some kind of danger. And this goes back to stereotypes that they put us in. He just kind of ended his point there, but I think that, I don't know. Is it good that he likes black women? Yes, but that he likes them because it's danger. Oh, he wants some action in his life. Don't stereotype us. Thank you. Back to the biggest plot now. 2 of the twins' friends, one Naomi, who is a white girl, and Anna, who is a Latina, are kind of seeing another picture than 2 girls by Naomi asking them to date outside of their race, or Anna not understanding why they feel like. Then there's one situation that comes up where this one dude comes at their table and he looks at the girls and is calm AF, and then he looks at Anna and he goes like,
Hey, what's good, mommy? You down for a little Telemundo and chill?
are you freaking kidding me? And the thing is, Anna doesn't understand that, so she says it's not her fault that people talk to her rather than talking to all the other girls, which is why obviously Anna, being a Latina and having a few black characteristics like having a big booty or big lips rather, makes her more attractive to the male population instead of a black woman. And that brings us to the point of the list. What is the list that I was talking about since the beginning? It is a socially eligible choice list where people put who they would rather date on a list, with obviously white women being up there and black women being down there, Latinas and Asian women being somewhere there, and Asian boys being also pretty much down. So we're in this together, boys. I think that at this point you can basically understand where I'm going with this whole story. By then, when they explained it to Anna, one of the two twins, I don't remember, said everyone is looking for someone who has black girls' traits, but they're not looking for the black girl. And that just hit home, dude. It hit freaking home. I said, this is over. After this, I think the girls were just so frustrated, especially Jazz. So she left their group there where they were sitting and went off to do other things while they were all figuring out why black girls think that they're not desired as much by black men. Sky goes back to find her sister talking to this white dude, which hit it off pretty okay, I guess. And they had this little feud because it felt like Jazz was forcing herself into this. Guy was just not having it. She went on to ask this one black guy that she saw, why does he date only white women? And his answer at that point was, because I can. At one point in that episode, bestie, Naomi said at one point why she thinks that guys didn't want to deal with them is because of their attitude. We're always into these stereotypes that black women are this and that we have a bad attitude, when they all countered and said that she is actually the one who brings back drinks more than Jazz even does. It's easier to bring it back to other people than on your own self. Jazz and Sky are probably my favorite part of this whole show, to be honest, because they bring out the realness of real life problems and how to deal with them. There's one specific black girl in the show that appeared for like 2 minutes. She was Aaron's little potential dating interest of the night, just to prove a point that he does indeed date darker women, but he just wanted to have it in his mind that he dates outside of the type that he has. I mean, I do understand that you want to date outside of your race. I do get that, because if I could, I would do so too. But just everything this episode has brought to me has made me feel like I have seen this movie before. I have seen this movie in real life happenings as well. And I think that this episode was probably one of the most relatable ones I've watched from Grownish yet. It does show just a little bit of how hard it is for black women to be accepted in the society because of a list that people have in their minds. I mean, you know, beauty standards that are out there, very European, and there's not enough place for people of darker complexion to fit into this. This makes it even harder for them outside to date. Just think this is so freaking saddening that there isn't a place for black women. I mean, look at us, we're beautiful. I think this episode was kind of a wake-up call for me to see that my complexion is beautiful no matter who wants to, I guess, interact with me or not. Why is it so hard for black women out there? I think it is interesting to talk about situations like that because, bitch, if you can't talk about issues like these openly, you can't talk about anything else. Why are there beauty standards? Why is there a freaking list with Kylie Jenner at the top? Why is there a list for who is more attractive or not? I know that society created what is good and what is not good, but why should we let society define what is good and what is not good? And why is it so hard for us to accept everyone just the way they are? I think this was just for me a call to say, okay, I'm black, so what? Why am I not approachable? Why are there so many stereotypes around my race and the color of my skin? Why do people think I'm just attractive because I'm dangerous or oh my god, so thankful for this episode to make this socially and culturally issue so approachable for people even outside of my race to see a little bit where we're coming from, what we're talking about. And I think that I like talking about things like that because even people of my own color sometimes don't understand where we're coming from. So me talking about this or seeing it in an episode on TV just makes it so relatable. And I think that if you have the time, watch the episode. It's very interesting. It has a very good following, and I think it's pretty much one of the best episodes. I really think that this is one show, especially one episode, that I would definitely recommend because everyone sees it differently, but I think that once you watch the episode, you will kind of understand what I'm trying to talk about, and I think that you will probably understand our point of view a little bit more, and it makes me so happy that there's episodes like that outside. We'll eventually watch this episode, I guess. I just am liking this show so much, and it has a lot of moments where you learn something new and where they have relatable and very interesting conversations that you can totally understand. And I think that if I were you, I would probably give it a little chance. But yeah, this is going to be the end of this video, so thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay alive, please subscribe and help me grow on my channel, please. And yes, see you very soon in my next video. Adios.